to this episode of Council Bluffs Today. I am Todd Studer, and in studio is our good friend Julie Wyssman with Miners Healthcare, and we're going to learn a little bit more about this big event that you just had that, to me, just seems to keep growing and growing every time you have one of these things.
Yes. We had, last Thursday, we had our 9th event, and it was called the Collective Bloom, and it was the first one we've done like this. Last year, we did 2 Refill My Cups, and we did one in the spring and we did one in the fall, and they were very busy. They were a lot of work. My team and I put a lot of hours into it, and this year we were kind of like, let's dial it back a little bit. You and I had a conversation about, is there any time that I actually sit down and go, I'm kind of bored, or
Just time to relax.
Yeah.
Bored is the wrong word. You need to be able to just disconnect and say, okay, I'm not thinking about things.
I
for
do
a
that in my
while.
garden.
Oh, that's fair.
Yep.
That's fair.
So we said after 2025 that we wanted to we wanted to switch it up a little bit, make it a little different. So we made a small spring version called the Collective Bloom. And then we're keeping the fall called Refill My Cup, this pumpkin spice edition. So that still stays the bigger one with 7 speakers. We do a silent auction. We're fundraising for the Brightest Crayons, which is our multi-generational day program that we're striving for. But we had the Collective Bloom this last weekend. It was fantastic. We had just a little over 90 people there, and good times were had. We had, I don't know, I want to say 10 or 12 volunteers who brought a crock pot of soup, chili. We had baked potato soup. We had all different kinds of soups, and then we all just brought all the fillings and fixings for everything. And it was just such a great experience. We had slider sandwiches. Breeze Bakery supplied our desserts as always. It was just fantastic. Lots of connecting. We only had 2 vendors this year. We had Libby with the Alzheimer's Association spoke and talked about the walk and the kickoff, and it was fantastic. And we had, I'm wearing it, the design bar. It's a t-shirt bar. And if you can't see my shirt, it says fluent in foul language. And it's got little chickens and a little doily and very old lady. But we got to pick whatever we wanted on shirts, and they designed it right there for us. And it was really cool. I got a little bag with an state of Iowa shape on it, and they were great. They were great. So, and we did some fundraising for Tiffany Eggett's You Are Loved project, and we printed up some shirts right there for them. And it was a great connecting evening. And we did it from 5 to 8 p.m., which was very different than our all-day Friday. And let's see. Maria Long spoke about wellness and intentionality and knowing our bodies through all the different stages. Tiffany spoke on her personal story and struggles and perseverance that she and her family have gone through. I spoke on community and connectivity, and just being intentional with our actions and not letting the rat race of the world run you, and we can.
You want to dive into that a little bit? No, I'm seriously, because here's the thing. And we typically, obviously I don't have prepared questions here. And oftentimes, although I didn't say it to you today, but you know it, that I never really know how a conversation is going to go until we get started. And we just kind of find the path to get there. And you just said something that I was talking about this morning.
Yes. Yeah. And I didn't even think about it until it started to come out of my mouth, and I was like, oh, I'm going to get it.
But no, but the thing is that something that I was over coffee this morning as I was having this discussion with Diane, and saying that in a lot of areas right now, it feels like life is driving me instead of me driving life. And I'm just being reactive, and I'm being pulled along in that. And what you just said reminded me exactly of that, being intentional of what it is that you want to do with your life, and going out and making that happen, as opposed to just reacting to everything that comes in there. It's one of the things I love about your events, is because people find out, oh, I'm not alone in thinking like this.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, that's the goal, is to bring people together that maybe wouldn't run in the same circles or have the opportunity to meet. I mean, it's selfishly there's people that come that I don't know
Mm-hmm.
because they're invited by someone else or whatever, but I know a lot of these people, and not only are they huge supporters of me, thank God, they're just good humans in the community and are setting out to connect other people. And I mentioned at the conference that if I'm known for one thing after I die, it's that I was a good connector and I brought people together somewhere, whether it be business connecting or personal connecting or, you know, I don't know, whatever connecting. That's what I think I'd like my legacy to be, is that I connected people.
That's a really great thought. And again, every time I talk to you, it just kind of flashes me back to different times that I've had. And I remember uh, speaking at my dad's funeral and talking about a passage in a book about having somewhere to put yourself. And it doesn't have to be a physical thing. Sometimes it can be in service, as you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And that way, when we're no longer here, which every person walking the earth has an expiration date, then when we're no longer here, that's where people remember us at.
Right.
And with that is how we continue on in the minds of others. So yeah, I'm feeling a little nostalgic and poetic here right now. I hope that's okay. If you have a leak, a clogged drain, or even if you're planning a big remodel, Waldstein Plumbing in Council Bluffs has you covered with fast, reliable service and expert craftsmanship, handling everything from small repairs to major installations. They're locally owned and trusted and take pride in doing the job right the first time. Residential or commercial, big or small, when plumbing problems strike, they're the ones to call. Visit waldsteinplumbing.com. S&B Country Kennel is the top spot in Southwest Iowa when you need to know your dog will receive only the best. Boarding, daycare, grooming, self-washing, training, and even a membership available to a dog park over an acre in size. S&B Country Kennel also has rescue dogs, so check with them about adoption possibilities. sbcountrykennel.com. That's country spelled with a K. Located just west of I-29 on Bungie Avenue, south of Council Bluffs.
Yeah, no, I think, when I sat down to decide what I was going to speak about, I was kind of like, selfishly, subconsciously, probably talking to just myself,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And I thought maybe if I need to hear this to me, that other people need to hear, slow down
Yeah.
and invite someone to coffee, reach out, be the first to reach out. Don't wait for, life to drive you. Go be the first to say, "Hey, let's go have coffee." Or like I love those Facebook things that people are copy and pasting, saying the first person you're going to take to coffee, the second person on your friends list you're going to go have dinner with. I did one a couple months ago, and I've completed 2 of the 5 so far.
Mm-hmm.
So I still have dinner with Tasha from Connections on Area Connections,
Mm-hmm.
and I still have go for a walk with somebody, Sarah Paulson, I think. So, I'm going to do those things, but I've gotten a couple done.
Yeah, and that's, again, the intentional part where you started all of this.
Yeah.
And that is driving that ship and saying, okay, I'm going to be in charge of this. And I know for me personally, I used to, I get my feelings hurt if it always seemed like I was the one reaching out and I was the reason that a relationship was continuing or a friendship, or, if I didn't make the call first, then we just would never talk. And why should I be the one doing that? And then it kind of dawned on me, because that's my job.
Mm-hmm.
That's my role here. And if I don't step up to the plate, then yeah, it could go away. But it's okay that that's my role, because it needs to be somebody's.
Yeah. And, you hope that in a friendship or in a interpersonal relationship with your family, your close partner, stuff like that, that it's a 50-50 thing, but sometimes it's not. But you hope that it's a 50-50 thing and that one person's not working harder at maintaining the friendship than the other one is, or the relationship. But, sometimes people are put in our circles for short amount of time, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes they're put in our circles for a long amount of time. And
sometimes long times come to an end.
yeah. Yeah.
Because that has happened. And there's, there's a dear friend that I miss.
Yeah.
But it has become very clear to me. Okay, it's run its course.
Yeah.
Took decades, but
Yeah.
it did, and you just kind of have to.
Yeah.
Kind of
It's
have to.
life.
Yeah, it's just
It's
life.
life. People are in and out of our lives for reasons, and they bring little sprinkles of greatness, and then sometimes it's just okay to say, I just need to distance. I just need to, you go do your thing,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to do my thing.
This is exactly what you came in here prepared to talk about today,
No,
right?
not at all. But the conference was great. We had a great success. I think people took a lot of things away, I hope. And we're already prepping and getting ready for October 30th is our next one. We're going to have it at the Warehouse Event Center again because they are amazing. And Kate and her crew are very, very good to us. So it's a great space. We will have vendor spots available for this. We will be doing silent auctions. So we'll be coming asking for stuff. So,
Well, sure.
But yeah, October 30th, tickets are out on sale and we're excited. We've got our whole lineup already scheduled. It was a no-brainer, and it's going to be pretty fantastic.
So we'll make an announcement about that and
Yep.
all the details later.
Yep, we're going to start
yeah.
doing we're going to do a little bit different. We're going to do a week spotlight with each of the speakers as we introduce them. So we can kind of showcase and get people thinking about maybe questions they want to ask or things that they may be interested in that they want to learn more about, what the speakers are doing and stuff like that. So
Well, you've talked several times about Brightest Crayons. Is they still just kind of in the fundraising and planning stages with that? No announcements to make?
No, unless somebody has a really large building that's not dilapidated and it's not $12,000 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm very lucky. I don't have debt to my businesses, and I'm just not going to start now. And I know that probably sounds weird because we do want to get this project off the ground, but we're looking at other creative avenues to starting very small. And we've got a couple little committees that are kind of looking at some things for us and some other helper groups out in the community that are looking to help us get set up. But we'll just have to start small and work up.
I always admired you about doing business that way, and you're going to say, I'm going to stay debt free and we're going to do this and just grind and make it happen. I here at Local Stream Media, we're getting these applications for credit cards, business cards, and stuff like that, and got some in. And I showed Kyle and I said, "We're not doing this, right?" And he said, "No, that's dangerous."
Yeah,
we're just getting rid of those.
And then it just puts such a different level of stress on you that you can't enjoy what you're doing.
Well, and at that point,
you're thinking,
you've kicked a problem down the road.
Yeah,
you've taken today's problem and made it worse tomorrow to solve it today.
Yeah.
And there's no advantage to that.
Yeah.
So sorry, credit card companies, but, we'll just not even open them. We're just going to continue to put them in the circular file.
That's the best. That's the best. So, so we had a great event and looking forward to the next one. Looking forward to all the local community events that are coming up here. Celebrate CB, Farmers Market opens tonight. We are going to do our Saturday morning market this summer.
Well, tell me about that because, you started this just last year, correct?
Yep. Last year we did it weekly, and we ran into problems with Husker games and stuff like that. We wanted to do something that built off of what the Thursday night market had, but in the morning when it was a little cooler and maybe seniors and children were a little bit more comfortable coming out. And we had a theme each week that we worked off of. So maybe mental health, maybe dementia, Alzheimer's awareness was one week, maybe children and arts were one week. So we could have like a kid table or art projects, stuff like that. So we kind of made it very all-inclusive as our style is, but just something in the morning on Saturdays that people could take their kids out with their strollers. And Joel over at Anchor Inn has been fantastic about supporting us, and we're very thankful for that space. That Vets Memorial Highway corridor there proved to be very busy, and people popped in, and we had farmers, we had tarot card reader, Davina. We had sourdough. We had mini pancakes. We had only the best dog treats. We had arts and makers and all. I mean, I just everything. It was really fun. So we're going to do it once a month on a Saturday. We're going to release dates probably here in the next 2 weeks, just trying to get everything finalized with vendors. And we just all come together and show off our gifts and talents. So,
well, the great part too about the way Veterans is set up now is there's the access road, so it's not as if people are pulling directly off of a very busy highway and pulling into the parking lot.
Right.
There's the access road now, which makes it all safer. You're farther away from the road, so when the kids come out, there's a buffer there that everybody stays safe.
And Joel's property has some green space out there that we can, put the tables and stuff like that, and we have a DJ that comes and volunteers free of charge and just kind of MCs things. Aries Entertainment, Lucas Chambers. He's been very kind to us and just showcases his talents for us and plays some fun, uplifting music and shouts out the vendors as we're there. So it's a fun time.
Always looking for something new to do. I'm going to make you up a t-shirt and it's going to say Grassroots Julie on it. Because you're always starting something new and getting something going and turning it into a success. That's the cool part. And
well, Council Bluffs has a lot to share, and I want to get people here as much as possible to see all the great things that are going. So
yeah, I've talked many times when if you hear the old cliches from the other side of the river, and I'll say, hey, come on over. I'll buy you a cup of coffee. I'll drive you around and I'll show you what it is that you're saying. And then you tell me if you still feel that way when we're done.
Yeah.
And they're not going to.
No.
They're not going to feel that way.
No.
Because this community has so much more to offer than what some think. Yeah. Service Master Restore by Schmader knows it can be hard to get things back to normal when you've suffered serious property damage due to flooding, fire, or smoke, and that can oftentimes lead to mold, and you may be left with all sorts of questions about how to get your home or business back to normal. It's easy. You give Cindy Schmader a call with Service Master Restore by Schmader. Her phone number, 402-339-9911. Tired of hot rooms, harsh glare, and zero privacy? Tint Advantage has the solution. With advanced window film, you can cut heat before it even enters your home or business, reduce glare on screens, and keep your natural light and view. And with Smart Film, your glass goes from clear to private in seconds. Total control, right at your fingertips. Comfort, privacy, and efficiency, all in one upgrade. Visit tintadvantage.com and take control of your space today. Yes. So I've been kicking around an idea about starting a new series, speaking to Omaha and telling them, hey, one night a month, come on over, come have dinner, come. Fourth Friday would be great.
I was just getting ready to say.
Go to Pace.
We go to the Fourth Friday.
Go to the Hoff Center. There's a lot of different things that are available here. Take in something at Chanticleer. Go see some live music at the dock. Yep. There's so much to do and so many great places to eat that are just tucked away all over town. And so I'm thinking about it. And marketing it directly to the folks in Omaha and say, one night a month, come on over.
Every time I hear somebody say Council Tucky, I think in my head, you sound ignorant.
Yeah. I really liked what that guy said at that Voices and Vision event earlier this year. He said, it's a beautiful state full of bourbon and horses. What's the insult?
Yeah.
And I thought, that's accurate.
Yeah, for sure. So,
but anyway, yeah, I'm with you. It's something that it gets under my skin.
Yeah.
And ignorant's a good word because, whatever it is that you're thinking life is like over here, the people that live here don't think that. Because you must also think that we're all really, really dumb that we wouldn't go somewhere else if life was horrible here.
Right.
It's not. And so come visit.
Yeah.
Come see. Take in some of the things that are going on. Go to an event at the MAC that are out there almost every weekend. There's so much happening here. But, little by little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm not from here, but we've lived here for 13 years.
And that's the thing too, is you chose this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you chose to be here. You could have gone anywhere and said, nope, this is it.
Yeah.
This is the place.
Yeah.
And there's case after case after case of that kind of thing. We just guest that we just had on the show, one of my brothers over at the lodge, just moved back to the area from Oregon, and his wife was from California, and she got back here and just fell in love with the place, and they stayed. That people come here from other places when they get here, and oh wow,
yeah,
I had no idea.
Yeah, and I'll keep our taxes on this side of the state, this side of the river too.
Yeah, there you go. Well, Julie, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Grateful as always when you can just slice off a little bit of the calendar to come in here, because I know it's tough, and I get it.
Well,
and
I
that's
appreciate your flexibility for sure.
Have to be.
Had to make Mrs. Francisco's event this morning.
Yes,
Mosaic's PIP event.
Yeah, that I was really sad that my schedule wouldn't allow me to get over there, because Tammy's another one of our favorite guests to come in here and just talk about everything that's going on.
She's a one-woman stand-up show.
Oh yeah, she is.
Man, she can work a room and have you laughing and your belly hurts, all while she's talking about the mission from Mosaic.
Yeah, she has great comedic timing.
Yes.
And that's the type of thing that can't be trained.
Yep.
You just have it or you don't, and Tammy has it.
Yeah, her mother has it too.
I haven't met her mother, so yeah.
Her I visit with her mom some, and I was over a couple weeks ago and I had a t-shirt on, and she said, "Julie, you know what Miss Della says?" And I said, "What does Miss Della say?" She said, "No more tattoos for you." She says, "You're too pretty to have all these tattoos all in your arms." I said, "I know." So
that's awesome.
But she's funny. She's funny. So.
Well, again, thanks for your time.
Looking
forward to the next time you come in to visit. And we also thank you for watching this episode of Council Bluffs Today. If you look on the platform where you're watching this show, you're going to see some buttons there. It might say like, it might say follow. It might say subscribe. When you do those things, you're helping the algorithm, and you're helping us be able to spread that word out farther about all the exciting things that are happening here in Council Bluffs and in the surrounding area, including our good friends to the west. And we want to invite them over to come over and spend an evening once a month. That's my challenge to you. My name is Todd Studer, and we'll see you back here next time.